Good morning, guys. We are here in the nursery. Today is Saturday, May the 10th, 2025, and we are here doing yet another box opening, bag opening, doll review for AliExpress. So, what we have today is another baby that, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the same sculpt that I used to gift to my sister. I did those portrait babies and I used babies from my nursery, and when I finished a couple of the babies I still wanted my particular baby in my nursery. So this baby is the one that I used for my sister Sherry, if I'm not mistaken. And I always loved that sculpt and that baby, so I wanted to go back and get this baby for myself to have in my nursery as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see which one this is. Yeah. I didn't realize how large she was until I started working on her for my sister. And now when I was done, I was like, I want this baby. I want to keep her. I want to get her back for myself. So I was looking on AliExpress once again, and I saw the kit instead of the full doll. I did see the doll, but they had her extremely expensive for that sculpt. And I remember it was a lot more than what I initially paid for it. So I just decided to go ahead and get the kit that I eventually found, and I was like, this is perfect because this is the one. I'm gonna take her apart and have to reassemble her anyway, so it was perfect, and it was a lot more affordable. So again, guys, this is going to be the Susu kit by Natali Blick, and again, this is one of the babies that I used to do the portrait baby for my sister, and I wanted to keep a version of it for myself. Now her hair is a lot different from the baby that I gifted to my sister. This baby has a lot more coarse hair, which is fine because once I'm done styling it and detangling it, it's going to turn out to be beautiful hair for her. She probably would have worked out better for my sister because my sister have a coarser hair, but she's going to be beautiful. But once I worked on her and got her prepared and ready to gift to my sister as a portrait doll, I knew then I would have to get another version for myself because I always loved this baby and I always thought she was so beautiful. And she is painted very well. I love her beautiful brown skin tone. It's very realistic, and also they have her like with the kind of blue gray looking eyes, which is I think the same as what I had before. The only difference in that baby and this one is that they used a different texture hair, and that's fine. I'm gonna be able to style her hair and make her absolutely adorable. But I thought she was beautiful. I did not realize how large this sculpt was. She is huge. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at her. I love her beautiful hair. I love her hair. I love the texture of her hair. So this is going to be even more fun. I actually think I like her texture better than I did the other one. So we'll see. But she's painted very, very well, guys. And I think I'm loving getting the kit opposed to actually the doll because I have to go in and re-weight my babies anyway. This is so much easier than having to take all of the stuffing and everything out of the doll. Now I probably will put her on a larger body. I don't really care for the body with these little twist things here. I don't really like this. I have some nice bodies, so I'll probably use a different body that I already have because I purchased more bodies recently. So I'll probably put her on a body that I have. These are her limbs. She is painted very well. I love the beautiful brown skin tone. The vinyl is soft, but not too soft. It's very sturdy. So that's going to be good. Now, they do have stuffing in the legs. So I still have to go in and take it out. But that's fine. I could do that. It's not going to be too bad. That's the part I didn't want to have to do. That's the reason why I got the kit, but it's fine. I'll go in and take the stuffing out. I guess they thought they were, actually helping out by putting that in there, which is fine. Of course, we have zip ties, we have the body, we have the limbs. And I don't know if she has a pacifier, a magnet in her head, but I probably have to install that as well. Let's see, does she have a pacifier? She does have a pacifier with the magnet, so that means I'll have to go in and add the magnet as well, which is fine. I don't have a problem doing that. So she does not come with a, yeah, and they have stuffing in all of her parts, which is fine. That won't be too bad taking that out, opposed to having to, do everything. So we will be assembling this pretty girl soon in the nursery and getting her prepared and ready to be a full baby again. And I did go, like I said, with a different name because I just didn't want to use the same name because I'd already did a box opening for the doll with that name. And I'm not going to remove those videos. I'm going to leave those videos up because those were my original babies. And now they are with someone else. I think she's beautiful. Even, I mean, she looks just like the other baby, but she's a beautiful doll. And she is, like I said, guys, this Susu Sculpt by Natali Blick. And I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to have her back for myself after I gifted her to my sister because I always loved that baby. And it was not the original baby that I was going to use for the scope. I wanted to use the Saskia for my sister because it looks so much like her baby picture. And I think even maybe Deborah or Patricia stated that the baby looked just like the Saskia, and it did, but the Saskia's scale was too small. She was too small, and I could not find one that would actually work for that baby. So, because I have like several Saskias in my in my collection, and I were gonna use one of those, but it just didn't work. It was too small. It just didn't fit, and so I decided to go with this baby, which turned out very well because the outfit and everything that I put her on for my sister turned out to be beautiful. So now I have her back for myself, and she is absolutely gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Again, she is the Susu Sculpt by Natali Blick, and she is the AA version of this baby. I had her in my nursery before, and I gifted her to my sister as a portrait baby, and I wanted to have a version of her back in my collection for myself, and I got her back, so I'm excited. I'll be excited putting her back together and getting her prepared to be my baby girl in my nursery. So I think she is absolutely adorable. I love, love, love everything about her. Always did, and I just wanted to make sure that I had a version of her back in my nursery for myself, if that makes any sense, because I love this scope. I always did. And so, yeah. So now I have her back, and I'll have fun going in, reassembling her and filling her out and putting weight on her, and of course styling this beautiful, beautiful hair. She is rooted very, very well. She has beautiful, beautiful curly black rooted hair, and it's going to be so nice once I get a chance to go in and actually detangle her hair and style it. She's going to turn out to be beautiful. It's very, very soft as well. I don't know what kind of hair it is. It definitely mimics human hair. I know it's not human hair, but it mimics human hair, and it's really, really nice. I think it's pretty much like the hair that was on the other two babies that I gifted to my twin sisters. It looks like the same kind of hair. It's like a curly hair that they use. And I had to go in and detangle it and style it. And so I'll be doing the same thing with her. So that's going to be fun. And I'm just going to take my time and come up here in the nursery, once every opportunity I get, and I'll work on a baby. And it helps me. It's very calming. It's very therapeutic for me. I know that we all know that reborn dolls are used a lot of times for therapy babies, therapy for mothers who's lost babies or cannot conceive and have children, or for dementia or Alzheimer's patients who are struggling. So I personally got into the reborn doll community because my mother and I used to collect dolls when she was here, and my mom passed back in 2008. But prior to that, many years before her passing, her death, we would collect dolls, or I would collect dolls, and I would always share them with my mother, and she would always ask to keep them. And then I would get another doll and take her the new doll and get the old doll back. So we did that for a few years, and we both had a genuine love of dolls. And then I've always loved babies. Always had a love for babies, baby girls specifically. And I never had a daughter. I had two sons biologically. I helped raise nieces and nephews and friends and family members and things of that nature, but did not have a daughter of my own. And so when I started my collection, it was initially going to be all girls. But then once I started collecting and seeing all the beautiful babies, I changed my mind quickly and just started collecting everything. And when I came across the reborn dolls, because initially I was just collecting, I had four dolls in my collection that I had for many years, and I took them out, and I decided to give them a name and to start my doll collecting back in 2016, January. I think it was January 16th. 2020, January 16, 2018 is when I started my collection. And then I have videos of that too, guys. So you can go back and look at my early videos and you'll see, and I tell the story. But yeah, so when I noticed and I found out one day on eBay looking at dolls, and I found out about the reborn dolls, and I said, oh my God, they've created a doll that looks so much like a real baby. And so now my love for babies, and my love for dolls have combined. So I knew this was the hobby for me. And that's how I got into really started collecting reborn dolls. And of course, the same thing with the silicone babies and things of that nature. So I'm really excited about this hobby. I love being able to come up here, and I thank God that I am blessed to have a nursery in my home and have a space for my babies. I have a loving, understanding husband partner in my life. My husband, he is very understanding. I had my collection prior to he and I coming together, and so he already knew that I already had a nursery in my home when I met my husband and about 7 years ago. So we got together, and he always understood my love and for the dolls, and he's always been extremely supportive. And he's helped me like put my beds together. He'll come up and bring things to the nursery. He'll come up and do any work in the nursery that I need done, put up any signs, anything. He put my beds together. He put my playpens together. Whatever it is that I need him to do for my babies, he'll do it. He's not into dolls, but he is extremely supportive. And he's also extremely intrigued by the doll industry and the artwork that comes from these dolls. So he's always excited. In fact, is one of the main things he does when we have company come to the house. The first thing he'll say, hey, look at my wife's doll room. Look at her area. Look at these babies. They look so real. And so he's excited a lot of times when he sees a new baby come to the nursery, because I usually share them with him and let him see, especially when they have a large, when they're hyper realistic and they are really realistically painted. I take them and I share them with him, and he's always excited for me. So yeah. But anyway, once again, this is the box opening for the beautiful, oh, I didn't do her name reveal, did I? Her name is going to be Marley Kayah. Her name is Marley Kayah, and she is the Susu Sculpt, and she is 24 inches. She is created by Natali Blick, and she is the second baby of this version that I've had in my nursery, because the first one I used it as a portrait doll to give to my sister. And ironically, that particular sister and I look alike. She's 9 years older than me, so of course she's a little older, but when people see me, they always say, you look like your older sister. So that's the sister that I actually look the most like. And so I'll have a baby that looks like her baby, and her baby looks like my baby, and she and I look alike as siblings. All right? Okay, guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this beautiful baby. And I will see you all in the very next video. So I'll be back a little bit later with yet another video. I'm trying to get all of my babies that I have waiting to be open done today, this weekend. It's raining here in Atlanta, in Georgia, and I'm actually in Ellenwood, Georgia, but it's raining here, and so we are hanging out in the nursery today. We're home. We were gonna get some work done on our patio, but we're not able to do that because of the rain. So we're just gonna be in. I'll be up here working on some babies, doing some work in my nursery, and I will see you all in the very next video. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much to everybody. Thank you so much to all of you guys who's here, who reaches out to me, who all my new subscribers. I noticed I got some new subscribers, and I appreciate you guys for letting me know that you've subscribed and that you're here and that you're watching. Just keep that notification button on, guys, and look out for every video that I upload, because I'm going to be coming back with more babies and more content in the next few days, weeks, and months. All right, I'll talk to you later. I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. Bye. Pretty girl. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.